Hello, everyone.
Hello! How is everyone? I hope that you are all being absolutely fabulous today on this glorious day. Very excited. Today is our finale. The finale of The Wheel of Time, The Rise of the Black Ajah. Oh, yeah.
Not if we can help it, dang it.
Dang it. There is. These players are going to try to defeat me.
And we will succeed.
I'll be honest, I will be shocked if any of us survive this.
Going out in a
I'm
blaze
not
of
a
glory.
monster. Come on now, you can trust me.
Oh my
Well, thank you to all my fabulous players for being here today. I cannot wait to try to ruin your lives. I am very excited about that. Now, why don't we introduce ourselves? First of all, hey Snowflake, why don't you tell me all about you?
Hello, everyone. Most of you know me as Snowflake. My real name is Jonas. About time I actually say it.
What? You have a real name?
That's not true.
Yes,
Get out of
my
here.
name
Your
is
first
not
name
Snowflake.
isn't Snowflake?
No, I'm sorry. I've been living a lie.
Yeah.
I am a Danish student studying to become a teacher. Next week, I will start on my internship, actually. So,
Thank
great
you,
thing I'm wrapping
Pixie.
this up now.
You start your
Yay!
internship next week?
Hey.
That's exciting.
Yes, it's very exciting.
That's going to be so much fun. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear about that.
Well,
And
I will tell
now
you
we
all about
have Lando. Tell me about you, Lando.
Yeah, so I'm a part of the Play Nerd Allies team. I run the streams, but I also get to play in the games. So I'm super stoked to be here. I know what Kyle's capable of, so I am terrified. So we'll see what happens. So.
Terrible thing.
Awesome.
Awful,
It's
terrible thing.
It's fine.
Hey there, Weston. I'd like to hear all about you and your delightfulness.
Well, hello, I am Weston Bell. I am one half of Party of Two RPG. So we are a two-person stream of tabletop RPGs. We are very excited to be here and kill Trollocs.
And
Yay!
Weston has his sword. It's like his
He
papa.
does. I love it. And Haley, how about you, my dear?
Hello. I am doing very well. I'm ready to fight things and the people and stuff.
Good.
Oh, I'm doing really
Let's-
good. I'm doing really good.
Let's pop up a little Party of Two RPG tags up there in chat, please, so that everybody can go and follow Party of Two because they are glorious. You absolutely should go and say hello to them on their Twitch channel and in their Twitter. Because
Yes.
they're fabulous. Especially, and I know I love the games, but honestly, my new favorite thing is the news section.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite.
It just makes me so happy. Well, because there's no place really, like, if I actually want to know what the hell is going on in the TTRPG scene, I have to go to like 17 different accounts and hear 17 different versions of what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
it's really nice to just have somebody who does that.
yeah, well, and we didn't realize that was something that was needed until we started it as filler. It was a filler segment, and it has become our most popular thing.
That's awesome.
So,
I love it.
so come watch us on Monday nights. We do TTRPG news, and we round up all of the big stories from the previous week.
Yeah.
And we do an independent creator roundup as well, where we feature independent creators.
Yeah. Very excited about it. Yeah, let's help them blow that the hell up, because that's something that we all need. Gloriousness. And now let's do a couple little announcements, shall we? We have a lot of sponsors, as you can see at the bottom of our screen. We are supported by D&D Beyond, Hero Forge, Games Played Badly, Phoenix Dice, role-playing and role-playing, Souls, Rolls, Realm Warp Media, Incarnate, and Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. With Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, they are a fabulous mobile game that allows you to play as heroes of legend from the Forgotten Realms, like my favorite Jarlaxle and his fabulous hat. Now, if you look down there, you will see a code there. If you type that code in to Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, you can get an in-game prize called an Electrum chest that will give you all kinds of fun goodies. In addition to that, we have affiliate codes with both Hero Forge and D&D Beyond. They are listed in the About section. So please go check those out. If you'd like some books or some dice from D&D Beyond, absolutely go check that out. Use our affiliate code and you can support us while you're getting fabulous things. Same thing with Hero Forge. If you need minis, you can absolutely go to Hero Forge and get fabulous minis. Use our affiliate code. You're helping us out. Now for the main sponsors of today's game. Souls, Rolls, we love him.
Yes.
Is fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
We love Souls.
Souls not only created a huge number of our spells, feats, and magical items that we are using for this game, Souls also does incredible coaching. Please go to his website. Let's throw up his website. Please go to his website, check it out, go and do a monthly meeting with him. He will help you organize everything that you need to in order to turn your dream into a reality. I did a 1-hour section with him a month ago. I am now a project
You blowing up, man.
and the stream's blowing up and all kinds of stuff because he helped me realize what was important and what wasn't. What I needed to focus on for me, not for him or for anyone else. He actually talked to me like a human person. Like I was a person.
Wait,
And
you're
then
human,
we
not a
came up
god?
with
When
a
did
plan.
you become a person?
I'm not. I appreciate the fact that he spoke to me like a human person. I am truly, in fact, a monster, which will be on full display
Apparent tonight.
today.
Super.
As I ruin all of my players' lives. But he is fabulous. Please go check out his website. He also has all kinds of fabulous articles on everything ranging from how to build a character all the way to how not to get totally burnt out in this crazy, crazy world. Next, we are also supported by Roleplaying, and Roleplaying, their Kickstarter is going to go live on Cyber Monday. They already have like almost 400 backers. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's so cool. They do fabulous concepts about how to just be a better role player. All these crazy ideas about characters and items and settings and all kinds of stuff that he's now finally going to be putting into an actual book. It's going to be glorious. It's called the Shitty Not Compendium. Go follow this link
That's great.
over to his pre-launch page and sign up to get notified when he goes live, and then give him a bunch of money, because not only is it a fabulous product, he's a fabulous guy and we want to support him. So yay for our fabulous sponsor. And
Yay.
finally, before we get started, there are 2 more things we must do. First, everyone, I need to hear about your characters. Hey Snowflake, why don't you tell me about Victoria?
Well, our dearest Victoria, the little thief of the group, who, in her first appearance, very much got noticed by all of them. Got some sense talked into her by Evan, our dear swordsman, and actually found herself a motherly figure in Callista.
Taking care of the little thief.
Despite her up and downs and traumatic experiences, has exceeded her own expectations and are now ready to fight besides her motherly figure and her 2 father figures.
Aw.
Yay!
Aw.
I love it. And thank you so much for the bits, Aaron Janasi. You're amazing.
Aw.
All
Let
right.
me know. I am going to allow today, because this is going to be a huge final battle. Today, Era Janasi, what you have just done is you have given advantage to all of the 600 soldiers in the first round of combat. That's what you did with those 500 bits.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
that's right. We're dealing with 600 friggin' soldiers.
Oh my. You did this to yourself.
I will be hanging myself on screen by the end of this.
Please don't.
session.
Please don't.
Let's not.
I will travel to the
I'll
US
just
and
be
I will
like, no.
save your ass.
No, I can't do it. We're gonna get to like one round before the end and be like, I'm done. I'm just done with the world.
You're like, and they're all dead. All of the soldiers are dead. Sad.
Yeah.
Or he could just say all the Trollocs are dead.
Yeah, I mean
That's true.
that would be
I
significantly
could
easier.
say that, right?
You could say that.
But yes, now let us move on to Lando. Tell me about your character.
Yeah, I play a male channeler, Aiel, named Gahard, and it's been a struggle for him to control, I guess, himself and the magic. So he is getting there. He's getting there in terms of the taint is really, it's starting to get him. He likely won't make it.
Oh my God. And why don't you tell me about your character, Weston?
I am Evan. I am the warder of Callista, Sedai. Originally from Abadisia, I am now part of the White Tower, and I fight behind my Aes Sedai.
That's right, bonded
I hope you
to
don't
a
fight
green
behind her.
Ajah. And Haley, what about you?
I play Callista, a green Ajah Aes Sedai. She's a magic user that is battle worn, battle hardy. She is 126 years old and unfortunately has seen a lot of horrific things, so she kind of knows what to expect in the coming battle. And she's awesome.
Going to be delightful.
And
Yeah,
she loves
she
Evan.
is. She is fierce. She's fearsome, is what she is. That's what's going on there.
She gets a little blood
Oh my
hungry.
gosh. Yeah, no,
It's
it's
hot.
nutty. It is nutty what goes on with her. There's now. Era Janasi gave us a very good introduction to how you, as an audience, can in fact participate in the battle. Down below, you can see ally points. That's what we call our channel points. When you use ally points, you can do all kinds of stuff like giving characters haste. You can learn secrets about what's going on in the world around you. You can give them pluses and minuses, all kinds of cool stuff. And with bits, you can do other things. Now, Era Janasi just gave advantage to all of the soldiers in the first round. But last week we had a wild Victoria giving enormous numbers of things. So there is already an environmental effect for this finale. Let me show you how environmental
Yeah, he had one
effects work.
left over.
I will give you 3 words. You will choose a word. That environmental effect will take place, and it will change the entire battle. Your choices. Ballistas, shields, or gateways. Which do you choose, Victoria?
Those all sound great.
God damn it, Kyle.
Which do you choose?
Shields.
Shields. Fabulous. The shields will, in fact, last through 2 attacks from the channelers instead of just 1. They will not be able to get into the city until either the shields are down that our Aes Sedai have put up, or the gate is shattered in the front. There you are. That is where we are at now. Thank you for that. And finally, let us put up the giveaway. We are giving away 3 things today. This is 3, right? No, this is 3 things. It's been a long week.
This many.
This many.
Today we are giving
3.
away a fabulous book called Domestic Magic. It's from our sponsor, Realm Warp Media. It is super delightful. It is full of really cool items and spells that have to do with the home or the farm, things like that. My personal favorite is Imaginary Friend, which is a little summon spell that gives you a little imaginary friend that only you can see. But other creatures that have true sight or can see invisible actually see it's a real thing. So you have this little friend that's just for you. It's delightful. I want one.
I would like that.
Yes, I think it makes me happy. There's so many really cool, and they're like super cool, like low powered things that just are fabulous and flavorful. So now we are also giving away digital dice for D&D Beyond, their mythic dice set. So if you do not yet have those, what's going on, Lando?
Don't worry about it.
Stop recording.
We're getting some frame drop, so I want to prioritize the VOD over the audio for today.
Sure.
It's happening a lot. So.
So we have the digital dice, and finally we have from our friends at Phoenix Dice. We have got fabulous real dice for you. Huzzah! The fabulous thing about Phoenix Dice is that they make all of their dice from recycled materials. It is wonderful. They care about our world that we live in just as much as the worlds that we play in, and that is amazing of them. Also, if you win the dice, you get to choose any set of dice in their whole catalog. I'm going to throw this to you, Weston. Did you pick a fabulous pair of dice?
I did.
Did you get them?
I have not yet.
I just realized that we haven't gotten them yet.
Right now, but we're waiting on them.
Yes. So there are. Which one did you pick? Do you remember?
Oh, I'm trying. There were like 5 of them that I was like, oh, I want that one. No, I want that one.
Wasn't it the black and
The ghoul.
Yeah, the ghoul.
The ghoul, yes. Those are fabulous.
Awesome.
So head over to Phoenix Dice, go order some delightful dice. And now, are you ready for the grand finale of Wheel of Time?
I'm ready to kill some chalks.
Yes.
Kill some Murdraw.
Do it.
Okay, you sound a little bored. Are you ready
Yes.
for the
No,
finale
let's
of the
do it.
Wheel of Time?
I'm just scared.
I'm like, we're all just scared now.
Yeah, we're all just scared.
Looking at that force.
Got it. We got it. We got this.
All right, here we go. Let me drink some tea. Loosen up my vocal cords here. La 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 la. The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the Third Age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the spine of the world. The wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. The wind lazily curled down the mountainside, drawn to something on the horizon. It shifted the air currents. It rolled past dusty plains of dead and flattened grass. trampled by hooves and claws and talons. It made its way to the walls of Fal Gorfan, where it circled for a day and another and another, as the tents were erected and the fires were lit, as the stench of Trollocs filled the air. Every day more, every day new dangers. It swirled through the empty marketplace, where stalls once full of farmers' crops lay empty and barren. It swirled through the training grounds, where every single villager was being taught the art of the sword or the bow to fend off the final assault of the Dark One's forces. It helped hunters on their way, though many were slain by the traveling hordes of the monsters on the plains. But regardless of the danger, some survived. They have succeeded in living to this day, the day of their final battle. And now we shall discover if they will live to see tomorrow. In the tavern that they called home for so long, weeks now, our team gathers with the captain of the guard. There's something in the air. There is something on the wind. They can feel it. Today will be the day. Tell me, Callista Sedai, what happens first?
As we are getting ready, I am going to look at my faithful companions, at Evan and at Victoria and Gahard. Looking each of them in the eye, I'm going to say, this is what we have been preparing for. This is what we are fighting for. Everything is coming to this point. It will either take us or not, but we will fight until the last breath. Yes?
That was always.
To spit in sight blender's eye.
That is correct.
For you three, nothing is impossible.
Victoria, I know this is not what you planned.
Not in a
I'm
million
glad
years.
you didn't leave.
Life takes us in interesting ways, but know that whatever happens here is not... It's not for nothing. I'm going to look at Victoria and put just a kind of a hand on her neck and say, you were never a thief. And kind of just lean forward and kiss her on the forehead.
Small tear runs down her cheek.
All right. Shall we walk the battlements? I know that I feel more comfortable being able to see what's happening.
Agreed.
As do
I
I.
will say, I
Look at
haven't
the listus.
brought this up much, Callista, but at this time I do wish I had a couple more warriors beside me.
I know. It's an old argument, my love. It'll be
As
okay.
you say that, Sunil steps up behind you and says, "You have won."
And a good one.
He looks at you both. He says, "We are going to the clock tower. Hester Sedai and I will maintain the shield around the city as long as we can. When that fails, we will join the fighting."
Right. That does remind me. I have something I would like to do before the impending battle happens. Evan, will you come with me to the front gates, please?
Of course.
We're going to head toward the gates to do a final preparation that I have planned on.
Ooh, fabulous. New and exciting. Are you trying to screw with your DM now?
Maybe? I don't know.
She would never. She
Yay!
would never.
Fabulous. You start heading towards the front gate, passing archers along the walls. You see 4 giant ballistas that you have constructed over the course of the last 3 weeks, with many pickets and pits lining the streets to stave off and perhaps even kill some of the Trollocs attempting to move into the city.
Once we get closer to the gates, I'm going to, whoever is in charge, whoever is kind of the captain of this area, I want to kind of flag them down really quick.
The captain of the guard has come with you.
Okay. Are we fully secure at this point? With this front gate, no one coming in, no one coming out. It is now locked down, yes?
It has been locked down for better than a week, dear.
Okay. Because what I'm doing, I can't undo. So I'm going to step forward and lowering the barrier between Saidar and myself, I am going to extend the hand, feeling the elements weave together as a wall of fire presents itself just beyond the gates, probably 20-25 feet, far enough away that it won't damage anything.
Or anyone.
Or anyone that we don't want it to damage. And I'm going to spread it its full extent of the 60 feet all the way across the front gate. And then with the new ability that I learned over the course of this, make the weave into such a way that it is now a knot and tie the weave off completely.
Very nice. As you do this, you watch as in front of the soldiers that stand before the gate, flames begin to weave themselves up and up, creating a wall in front of them.
That's so cool.
Is there anything else that you would like to do?
I believe all the preparations are made that can be made.
Yes.
I am sad. I was trying to get a dress made.
You were?
In what?
You-
Green?
Do you not recognize that green color?
Of course I recognize the green.
But I don't think you do. That was the color you were wearing the day you bonded me.
I'm just going to
That's so
reach out
cute.
and take his hand and say, you were not my first, but my love, you will be my last.
I hope not. I'm not ready to join Yeshua yet.
I don't want you to join him either, but know this, regardless of what happens, you are my heart. You are the blood that pumps through my veins. There will never be another.
Well, shall we show them how to dance with the dark?
Yes, but just a moment. I'm gonna turn and try. Is Gahard, are you near?
Yeah, you followed.
Okay. Your ability with Sidene. I know what we did previously was unusual and strange, but I believe if you are willing, we may be able to add some layer of protection on the people. Yes?
I believe we could do that.
Okay. I believe you have to cast first, and then I will connect with you.
Right.
And then do you want to explain what we're doing?
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm actually going to take my item, which I'll display. Altair's Drought. Which I put up in chat. Essentially, I drink it, take counters of Sidene, and I'm able to cast at high levels. So I'm going to drink 8 levels from this. And I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil. And then release my magic
Oh my God.
and give it to Callista to do with what she will.
Okay. As soon as you begin to cast, I reach out, feeling that strange fire hose waterfall type sensation. And instead of shying away from it, I reach onto it with both hands, both figuratively and literally. As you see my hands clench in the attempt to harness that. And as soon as that connection is made, it's like an explosion happens out of me, and almost like a concussive, energetic wave that is more spiritual than physical from me and from Gahard shoots outward to cover as much of the city as possible to protect us and give us
First,
advantage. Hopefully.
I'm going to
Well,
need a wisdom
disadvantages.
save from Gahard.
I know, I hope this didn't just kill you.
Which he has disadvantage on because of the item.
Yep.
Yep. And it's now
So what is
give
your
him
what's
advantage.
your Sidene score?
well,
at
if
this
I
point? You
add
just took
the 8,
points.
it's
Yep.
13.
Okay, give me a wisdom save with disadvantage, please.
Can someone give advantage?
Someone give him advantage.
Oh,
Yes!
Done.
Okay, that's a 13. That's a 13. Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Thank God chat's here, because that was about to go real
Horribly
wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Real
You just
wrong.
got
I love how like everyone like 3 advantages. People were like, ah, oh my god.
Yes. Okay.
Gahard, you
So,
now have 2
You do it.
advantages.
Now,
Yeah. I'm
Callista,
gonna need them.
I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you to see if you can manage this. Gimme. Give me that sweetness. That sweet.
Oh,
Yes.
18. Yes.
There we
It
go.
does.
Solid.
Would you like
Ooh,
to
thank you,
hear what happens
Yes.
Yes.
Enlighten us.
as you grasp this feeling of the light? The feeling of the light battling against the darkness. It rises like a spark above you. And you watch as a flash of light spreads throughout the city. And for just a moment, a tiny spark appears above the heads of every soldier in the city that looks like a dragon coiled and ready to strike. Wow.
Wait.
Yes. Yes.
As soon as I know for sure that it is done, I am going to do what I had done before and create the knot and tie it off.
You sadly do not have the power to tie up a knot for 600 different people simultaneously.
Come on!
What you have done here is you have given everybody immunity to fear of these darkspawn.
Oh,
Sadly,
thank God.
even with that level of a spell, you were not able to actually give them disadvantage on all attacks. So they will not be scared. But
We'll take it.
they will have to
Take it.
battle still.
No, we're good.
Is there anything else that you would like to do before the battle commences?
Nothing.
Gahar is gonna
I have.
release it because mechanically he can. He's gonna like fall to one knee. Oh,
Oh yes.
And I immediately
It's-
come to him and help him.
it's as bad as it's ever been.
Are you all right?
Zidar is it's an ocean, and I stand upon the shore and the waters. They're receding, and there's beauty beneath the water. I never knew that there could be such beautiful things beneath that roiling ocean. But it's coming with force.
But not yet.
Not yet, but I do not suspect I will live this day. Win or
As
lose.
you say that, suddenly a booming voice comes across the city. Gentle, but firm, like an iron fist in a velvet glove. I like your pretty lights. I can't wait to see them blink out one by one. And with that initiative, the final battle for the city of Valgorpan begins.
Okay. Oh shoot! No, go away. What are you doing?
You are behind these walls, so I shall put you there.
Oh, solid.
Everybody, if you can please pop your people onto there and then give me initiative. That would be fabulous.
Oh, yes.
So we're up on top of the walls.
Yes.
God damn.
You are up atop the walls. As you stand there atop the walls that normally look like typical stone, you see a figure cowled in dark robes, striding in front of an army of Trollocs and Myrddraal. She raises her hand, and Callista Sedai, you see a weave unlike anything you've seen before. The entire scene in front of you suddenly changes to one of darkness and horror, as though the Dark One himself had taken control of the world. Had you not cast the spell that you cast, each creature would have to roll to see if this new horror destroyed their faith in their ability to defend and ran back through the portcullis.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Now,
that horn's a one-off, just to let you know.
Yeah.
So we used it, but that was a good.
That was a good
that was
reason.
good.
That
Well,
was
all
Yeah.
right, let
Good
me
one, good
see.
way.
Evan, I still need a thing from you. I'm going to pull you down here so I can actually click on it and add a turn for you. There
You
we
rolled
are.
21.
And who else? And Callista. We're going to add a turn for you. Okay.
Oh,
So
did you not get
now-
our initiative?
No, I did, but you didn't click on your token, so it didn't pop up into my initiative tracker. So,
Oh, that's weird.
Evan is 21. Callista is 18. Fantastic. Now, there is one more to add. The Dark Army.
Army of Darkness. This is my boomstick.
That's right. And sorry, there's one more. Defenders.
Our soldiers.
Now, the army of darkness standing in front of you, Trollocs, Myrddraal, magic users, and you realize, with a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach, even one of the Forsaken.
Do we know what that is?
You
I do.
absolutely do.
Okay,
One of
okay.
the Forsaken, one of the 13 most powerful magic users from the Age of Legends, trapped inside the Dark One's prison along with him 3,000 years ago. They can do things with magic you still can't imagine. And now you stand before one.
Toriel will just start hyperventilating.
You
Okay.
hear the cascading voice come over the walls once again. Little pets, I wanted you for the White Tower, but I suppose you'll have to do as an Aes Sedai rug on my throne. Welcome,
I'm going
dear.
to enjoy killing him.
It's a
Not
her.
if I get him first.
Yeah.
Not if I get her first.
My name is Messana. And as you hear that name and you recognize it as the name of one of the Forsaken, every one of you must now give me a will save. Give me a wisdom saving throw. Let us see.
Does
What do we see?
the protection spell not protect us from fear, or is this not fear?
Not from standing in front of a Forsaken. Ooh, Callista, you have made it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Evan has
I wanna use
Victoria
one of my
has
advantage.
made it.
Evan,
You
you
may
have advantage.
absolutely.
I'm gonna use
You
one
may
of my advantages.
absolutely.
Nahada has advantage.
Do it.
There we go.
Do it. There
That's-
we go.
That's only a 12.
God. Sadly,
So
you are frightened. For the first round,
Actually,
you will not
I do
be...
have an ability. 1 sec.
Oh!
yeah.
All right, tell me
Damn.
this ability very quickly, sir.
It's Eye Blinder's Defiance. As a reaction to failing a saving throw against Shadow Spawn, you may reroll with advantage.
Fabulous.
Nice.
Well, then
But
I will let you
I
re-roll
take
with
necrotic damage
advantage.
equal to twice the amount
Okay.
you failed. Original save. It's 18.
All right, you make it. You failed that save by 5 points, so you will take 10 necrotic damage, good sir. And now
Don't do
Now
it.
that you have all managed not to be afraid of one of the most powerful magic users, it's time for her to show you exactly what she can do. You feel her grasp Sidon, and you watch as the 3 women behind her grasp it as well. She then seems to yank the power through all 3 of them. And you witness her weave a complex net of spirit, another complex net of spirit, and yet another complex net, this time one of air and fire. Before you can blink, the 3 weaves slash into your defenses. The first one aimed at your wall of fire, the second at the shield protecting the city, and the third at the poor soldiers standing in front of the gate. Tell me, what will you do?
Um.
Come.
We're on
It
top
is
of the
happening
gate.
right now.
Yeah, we're on top of the gate.
I can't do
I
anything from
would-
this distance.
I can at 120 feet. I can create a weave in watching them do it and knowing that some of this is familiar to me. I'm going to try and replicate some type of weave that would slice through their at least one of the weaves coming towards us. Maybe the one at
Yes, you may. Which one do you choose?
the fire, the wall of fire, and I want to try and dispel magic on that.
But you can counterspell it. You cannot dispel magic.
Oh.
You can counterspell it.
Okay, counterspell. Yes, that.
Fabulous.
Wah!
All right.
Wow!
As your weave slices through one of her weaves, your wall of fire stands. She giggles a little bit as her second weave slams into the defenses around the town. But because of the fabulous Snowflake Boy, it survives this attack. This round, they will not be able to get into the city, but who knows how long it will last. You watch as the weave begins to crumble. You hear a moan from Hester through the very weave she is attempting to maintain. And now, sadly, you watch as a bolt of lightning as wide as a wagon slams into your forces, killing many of them. You watch as the bodies of the defenders are not only slammed into the gateway, but are slammed through the gateway. The way is now open. A hole has been melted right through the gate.
That was like 250
This is
people
why.
just there. Good God.
She giggles a little and says, "That is my first move. What would you like to do, child?" And now, Gahar, what happens next?
How tall is?
Oh, nope, I did not
Is
do
Evan?
this right. Sorry, Evan!
I go.
Evan, tell me what is going to happen next.
Next, Evan will draw his bow, and he is going to take 2 shots with his bow. It's 150 feet. Can I reach?
You are doing narrative combat.
Okay.
Can you reach? And
Yes.
who are you aiming at?
I want to aim one attack at the red Aes Sedai and one at the green, at the black Ajah.
Tell me about it.
I take the bow, pull back, give it extra pull.
You have haste.
Haste.
Ooh.
Pixie just gave Evan haste.
I love it. Would you like to make
Sick.
it 3 arrows?
Yes.
And Chaotic did as well, but to player's choice, so
Give that one
Gahar?
to Gahard. Yeah.
So instead,
I'm gonna say probably the good idea. Hey, I don't want to jump in here. I don't want to DM explain this to you, but probably it would benefit Victoria more than anyone else.
Okay, Victoria, you get haste.
So in that case,
Okay.
Evan instead grabs 3 arrows, places them side by side, and bow on the side, pulls back, and looses all 3, speding towards the black Ajah. As they fire down and hit right, not in vital, I imagine, but heading straight.
You
for the
may
heads
shoot. You
of
may
these 3.
shoot the arrows. You may not tell me what
Yes.
happens to them after it's done.
All right, should I roll?
You have shot. This is narrative combat. There will be no rolls. You will tell me an amazing story, and you will do damage because of it. Or you will tell me a lackluster story, and nothing will happen. So, as you shoot 3 arrows, you watch as Masana herself snaps her fingers, and a wall of air springs into being, deflecting all of the arrows, as the black Ajah laughs at you, little warder. Tell me, Gahard, what's next?
Well, that was part of what I was gonna do because we're so far away. So, Gahard is going to reach behind, pull out 2 arrows, aim up at the sky, and as he fires, the arrows multiply and send a cascade of hundreds of arrows down into the area of Trollocs.
Tell me, how do these arrows multiply? What is happening in this moment?
There's only 2 actual arrows. The rest of the arrows are being formed by blades of wind that he is using. So it's like, we'll see who's stronger with wind.
oh damn!
There
Yes. As you watch, these arrows begin to cascade down from the sky. Masana does not see them because she cannot see Sidene.
Yes.
You watch as the air suddenly starts sizzling with energy as her wall of air protects her but dissolves afterwards, though she had not been protecting the rest of her troops. Please roll damage for me.
15.
15 damage. While you don't manage to take out any of the larger creatures, with that, you do manage to kill one of the Trollocs.
I'll take it.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
One Trolloc down.
There we go.
49
Also-
to go.
Chaotic Platypus gave us a learn a secret, and she would like tactical advice.
So learn a secret is a person, a place, or a thing. So you can absolutely ask me about a certain person, place, or thing, if you would like to.
How to win.
So that would be a
Everybody
verb
knows
that you're
no
asking
goal.
about.
Yeah.
Winning. Winning is a verb.
I'd like to ask about your DM notes. That's a thing.
Right.
Just,
Victory
There is-
Victory
now.
is a noun.
Oh wow. Wow. Sure. Would you like to learn about victory?
Sure. I
Let's-
feel
it's
like
chaotic
that was a trick
platypus.
question.
No, it is.
No,
It definitely is. It's a trap. 100% a trap.
It is absolutely a trap. That is correct.
Can we know about
Person,
the
place, or
weaknesses
thing.
of Masana?
Yeah,
The what?
Masana.
Her weaknesses?
Misana.
Mm-hmm.
Misana is one of the Forsaken that moved to the dark because of her jealousy. She hates anyone who is more powerful than her and will seek them out and destroy them through manipulation. She is almost as manipulative as Magaiden and just as ruthless as Semiraj, but not quite as powerful. That is what you know of her. And now, Gahard, your turn has passed. It is Callista Sedai's turn.
Okay. I am I'm pulled.
Do you want to connect to him?
Yes, actually. Well, no, not yet. I'm not releasing. Oh, I'm all flustered now.
You're in the middle of a battle. That is to be
To
expected.
be expected. Okay.
But you have to work through it. You
Yeah.
have to focus.
Embracing Saidar, I am going to weave a fire into a ball in front of me and send it with a shoot of air cascading all the way down into the Myrddraal.
Oh. Mm.
And as it's going, I shoot a stream of air into it. So as it gets closer, the air follows right behind so that it impacts into the fireball and goes white hot as soon as it impacts into the Myrddraal itself. So it will be a heightened fireball.
Ooh, I love it. Yay. I would like you to roll me damage, my dear.
Okay.
Let us
So
see.
Heightened. I want to heighten it up to 4th level, so that's an additional 1d6. So
Solid.
I can cast this, and then how do I do it heightened? I forgot.
Just roll.
You just cast.
Just-
So how many d6 is it?
So it would be 9d6 instead of 8d6.
All right. Let's do it.
Wait more.
Oh, I guess I can just. do
There
it
we
here.
go. And
Okay.
24
And
She can reroll
damage.
too,
can
right?
I reroll ones?
Yes, you absolutely may. I'm
Okay.
going to say that you go up to 30 damage.
Okay, that works.
This is significant. You watch as the Myrddraal take their first bit of damage. They don't seem shaken, but they do look at Masana, and you hear a little whisper amongst them. You need better shields.
Okay.
And with that, yes.
Oh, I was. Evan just reminded me, leaning over to whisper into my ear that I have extra. I have extra power if I choose to use 2 sorcery points. If I choose to pull upon Sidar a little bit more, then I can do quickened and do a second spell.
Well, so here's the thing. You can only do 1 leveled spell in any given turn. So you can do a
Okay.
cantrip and a spell, but you can only do 1 leveled spell.
Okay.
She took quick
So, yes.
spell.
Yes. So the rule is so she can. So the rule is you can never do more than 1 leveled
Just
spell
Full stop.
in a turn. So that's just it. That's just across the board.
Even
I
with
can do a
haste,
leveled spell and a cantrip.
even
and
with
that's
quickened.
it.
Yeah, so you
but
can
you
do
want all that.
so you can do 1 spell and 1 cantrip in a turn. So quickened is super useful if you've got like a bonus action cantrip that you can do, or by turning something into a bonus action spell,
Yeah.
and then you can utilize So
Yeah, unless you have
while in
extra
narrative
damage.
combat, we can bend things. We can't just break the rules completely, sadly.
Okay. All right, cool. Weston's analytic brain. You
All
just
right.
broke his analytic brain. It's fine.
Delightful. Victoria, what are you going to do?
Realizing I am currently out of my league, I will blissfully look at Callista and say, "Wish me luck," and do a flip in the air, turn to look at her, wink as I jump down from the wall, try to catch myself on it, land with where the soldiers were, and hopefully find one of their bows that they dropped, pick it up, and just turn around to the wall of fire and just hope that being with Gahard have actually taught me to hit my mark even without looking at it. And I'll
Yeah.
just
Of
release
course,
My
it
Gahard
memory.
taught you
to
that.
the
Yeah.
wall of fire.
Who are you aiming at?
I will just be aiming straight down the middle.
At
As
Masana.
I have no indication as I land on where what is, so I will just
I
aim
need
it
you to
toward...
pick. I need you to pick 1 target.
Right, the green one then.
The green one. The shield of air has been shattered, and suddenly a flaming arrow comes streaking down the center, landing, because I love that story and your callback to earlier adventures. She takes an arrow to the fucking face.
Yes!
Now, Masana suddenly, as this Aes Sedai dies, feels the death through her link with the other Aes Sedai. She shudders as though Aes Sedai has snapped back into her, and her link with the other channelers falls. All of them are stunned for a moment as they try to recover from this. And now I need somebody to roll me for 2 ballistas worth of damage.
Yes!
Tell me.
Yes!
I need 8d6.
Oh.
Come. Who's going to be rolling?
Victoria
Who
got
feels
it.
lucky?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Fabulous.
23.
There we go.
23 damage to one of the Trollocs. And now we will see what happens as battle is entered by
Are
everyone.
we not able
there.
to attack the Aes Sedai sisters with the ballista?
for the
No.
near draw.
Okay.
Nope.
No, I mean that, yeah.
You must. Your defenders must get through all of the Trollocs before they can start targeting anyone else.
Alright.
But you watch as they all come up to begin their assault on your fabulous little town.
Oh god, that
Now.
was scary.
No, that was kind of creepy.
You're like, "Woo!"
Now
Fine,
you
don't
have
worry.
80 defenders here. I am going to need someone to roll me because they all have weapons.
Isn't it 25 each? Is that what you said?
It's what?
25 each? Because we had 31 when we had 600 and something.
No, I said 20.
Okay. That's
Yes.
180, 60.
60.
160.
160.
Sorry, whatever that is.
Okay,
All
alright,
right,
cool.
yes.
I was like, oh shit, we. Okay.
So I need 160 D6 from you.
Oh my
There.
gosh.
552.
all the ones?
No.
No.
You cannot.
We'd have to count how many
You wanna
ones there
count
are
them all?
first. Yeah.
I think the 1 to 6 ratio is,
It's good.
yeah.
So it is.
That's a really solid.
That is absolutely
552,
solid.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let us see what happens. With 500 points left, that is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 of these Trollocs have died.
We removed the back line.
There you are, but now I need someone to roll me.
All right. Because I've been
How
rolling
many-
low.
How many do we have left? Let's start with the Trollocs, shall we? Let's see just how much damage they're gonna do to your defenders. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4,
Well, they
5,
have to get through the
6,
wall of fire
2,
first.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 times 7, 42 attacks.
42
Each.
do what?
I need 42. I need 84 D8 plus 168. 84 D8 plus 168.
Are they shooting arrows?
500. Yes, currently
Okay.
they are. They will have to go through the wall of fire, or unless they can get rid of it. There's,
Does the
But
fire burn up
500
any of the arrows?
it does not, sadly. Just like it did not burn up Victoria's arrow.
That's true.
There.
That's true.
Well, Victoria's a hero, so.
Oh, that's true. That's
how it works.
true.
Plot arrows. Come
Here
on.
we go. Sadly, 40 of your defenders
Oh dear.
have fallen.
Stop it.
A rain of arrows from Trolloc bows shatters the defenses. Let us see if the Myrddraal. Nope, they do not have any ranged attacks, so they will not be doing anything. Though, you do see them. Now that this entire scene is cast in shadows, you do see the Myrddraal suddenly appear in the shadows behind these walls.
Shit.
Mm. That is what you get. And now, Misana is stunned. As for her Aes Sedai, though her Trollocs do keep advancing forward, ready to engage in battle. Evan, tell me a fabulous story. What do you want to do?
Evan will turn to Callista. I think I need to be down there. The front gate's destroyed, right?
The front gate is destroyed, yes.
I am going to spend action and connect with my bond. Use it to strengthen me. Putting Shield of Faith on myself. And then I'm actually going to go down the other side of the wall.
Instead of telling me what spell you are using, describe it to me.
I pull I connect with the bond. I can feel my Aes Sedai. And I emotionally pull on that, strengthening me, making me a little more ready and agile. And I turn to Callista. I need to be with the people. Someone has to stop the merge roll. And I'm going to go jump down the other side. So I am going to then wait for the merge roll to come inside the gates.
Fabulous. In front of the gates is a bow-wielding thief. Behind the gates, a heron-marked blade-wielding warder, ready to destroy any who enter. What stance do you take to prepare yourself?
I take Heron on the Wind to be ready to be quicker.
Because of that, you shall have any number of reactions necessary as anything passes you for the next round.
Wow.
Gahard, tell me, what do you do this time?
Gahard is going to leap down, and as he's sliding, he's going to take his Vorpal sword and stab it into the wall to slow his descent, and he's going to land right here next to the guards. And then he's going to reach out his hands. He's going to be like, speak with this. And he's going to cast silence centered on these Aes Sedai.
And he also now has
Again, do not tell me what spell you are going to cast. Describe it to me.
So he's going to reach out, and this pocket of absolute stillness, as all around it, the wind is rushing.
Sadly, I am very sorry, but that is not how magic works in this world.
Okay.
You've read the books. You know how to shield someone.
I guess I can.
What you are attempting to do is you are attempting to stop them being able to cast spells. The only way that happens in this world is if you... Sure, okay, that's fine. If they don't need to speak, that's totally fine.
Well, that's what...
It's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop them from casting spells, though.
No.
All right. Fair enough. So he's gonna reach out, and to Masana, he's gonna throw a web of wind over her and attempt to cut her off from the source of her magic.
I'm going to alter that a little because nets are made with webs of spirit and not with webs of wind. Spirit is the only thing that can cut you off. So you create a web of spirit. We have come to something new and interesting. Narrative defense. As you attempt to create this web, this shearing force of spirit and cut her off, Masana senses it as she begins to lose control. While she cannot see the weave, she knows. She grew up in the age of legends. She knows what men are capable of. She knows what Saidin can do. She attempts to slash your weave. What do you do?
I am going to use my ability, Spirit of Saidin, and he is going to thwart that magic and force them. It's basically counterspell. So I'm struggling. I'm struggling.
Tell me about it. Right now, let me give you this scene. Right now, you are having essentially a psychic battle with Masana. You are attempting to shove a shield of spirit into between her and the source of all magic. she is attempting to cut your weave in the same way. What do you do?
I'm gonna make a ball of wind and shoot it at her and hit her right in the chest to distract her as she's trying to cut my weave and just knock the wind out of her.
I love
Like,
it. It
force
distracts
with
her long
force.
enough. You have shielded her from the source. She cannot cast spells as long as that shield exists. But you must maintain it. And she screams, "Kill that filthy wastelander now!" And you realize that everyone is now focused on you. Callista, what do you do?
Okay. As he is going down and doing this incredible thing, seeing the reaction that he is now the only thing they are going to pay attention to, I embrace Saidar and hold out my hands as 3 impossibly bright lights begin to form, and I'm going to shoot them out at the Myrddraal. And as they go slamming down, or shooting out of me and down at them, I want them to hit the 2 that are closest to Gahard, and then 1 on the opposite side as
Fabulous.
well. And that, hold on, can I do that heightened? I would like to do that heightened.
Okay, which spell is this? Is Garden of
Scorching
Embers?
Ray.
Oh, Scorching Ray.
Scorching
Okay,
Ray.
fabulous. All right, tell me about that. So these balls of light go slamming into them.
And hurt them. They slam into them.
Okay, I'm gonna need a slightly better description than that. Just a little. You can give me just a little.
So the beams of light shoot down into them, and almost as if it is completely drowning their shadowed forms in light. It goes through them and then bursts outward, covering every inch of their bodies in light, almost as if they were stars themselves.
As this happens, you watch them try to shield themselves from the light that is actually inside them. Masana is shielded and can do nothing about this. The other Aes Sedai can mitigate this somewhat, but you do manage to hurt them. You watch as they screech. The sound sounds like a small child wailing in the night, far away from you. But it is also one of the most disturbing sounds you have ever heard. Ghostly and horrific. Victoria!
Wait, is there damage? Is there damage?
There is, but you don't know how much.
Okay, just wondering. It's too
You have hurt them. You can see that you have hurt them. But they are still ready to destroy anything and everything in front of them.
Okay.
Victoria, you stand there with your bow between a wall of fire and a destroyed gate. What do you do now?
So hearing that Gahard essentially now has a target on his back, I will just scream out to every soldier out there, protect him. For crying out loud, protect him. As I run towards the guards who are currently by Gahard and just scream, launch, hoping that they put down that some of them put down their bows and just boosts me over them. And as I spin in the air, I will look at Gahard and say, just like last time, grab hold with my dagger and just stab one of them in the neck, holding one of the Myrddraals in place, hoping for him to remember despite the confusion that happened.
Which
In
which Myrddraal?
this one.
Which one? Okay, fabulous. Yes, go on. Despite the confusion, yes.
So, quick question: who's on the wall, and who's not?
I am. You're not supposed to be on the wall anymore. I'm the only one on the wall.
Okay.
You should
In the
be
game. There
down
you go.
there.
There you are. There you go. The confusion of last time, yes.
Hoping that he remembers where he placed his 2 arrows when we were clearing the camp of Trollocs. One directly through the throat, almost hitting me in my face. And then placing the other one directly between the eyes, or where the eyes should be.
Gahard, what do you do here?
He remembers how
Victoria has swung around with her daggers in hand, attempting to slice the very head off of this Myrddraal. What do you do?
he's going to remember, and he's going to place them, shoot 2 arrows at the same time, and go through both. Well, where the eye sockets should be, because they have no eyes. And
As this,
I was gonna say,
Yes.
and imbue them with wind to make
no,
them.
you're not gonna do that. No,
Right.
this is a reaction. Like,
Okay, fair enough.
This is a reaction.
I'll try to get away with it.
Let's go on with that. I appreciate the storytelling. Let's go. There it is. You watch as Victoria launches herself at this Myrddraal after having been boosted by the soldier standing near her. You see her daggers find purchase in the side of the neck, tearing the hood of its robe.
Yes.
But as she spins around attempting to complete the job, she feels a clawed hand grab her neck and throw her into one of the soldiers as the other hand pulls its sword up, shattering both arrows. You have done significant damage to the Myrddraal, but it doesn't care. No. Who's going to roll me 8d6 ballista damage? Let us see if you can destroy a Trolloc.
There we
Ooh.
go.
30.
It is not
Not
enough
Bad.
to destroy the Trolloc, sadly. But now, the defenders, there are, how many is it? Is 6 times 2? 120. I need 120 D6.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, it's still great.
407.
That wasn't nearly as good as last time.
That's okay.
Sorry. I'm missing
There
a few
is-
soldiers here.
So that is 5 more Trollocs have been destroyed. You are whittling down their army. Good job. And now, Evan, you are behind the wall. Yes?
Yes.
It's on the other side of the gate.
I'm in the open gate.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a rumbling. Something from deep in the earth. If you wish to run, you may, as all of the soldiers may as well, retreating into the keep. I will give you 10 seconds to decide. 10,
Yes.
9,
Do it.
I'll run with the
8.
soldiers.
7, 6. Are we all running? 3.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone's
Two.
coming into
Yep.
the
Victoria,
Yep.
Oh my God,
Fabulous.
Get your ass into the keep.
you watch as the ground itself begins to crack and crumble a section of the wall 100 feet wide begins to show the strains as the earth begins to shake harder than you've ever felt before. The defenders inside the gates even begin to fall to their knees as the rumbling intensifies, and you watch as magma erupts from the ground, shattering the entire gate of the city, leaving the Trollocs free to begin destroying everything they see fit. As the stone crumbles, as the dust rises, you see a figure step forward. It is your favorite little orphan.
I'm gonna kill him.
To say
Butterfly.
hello. And with that, we shall take a break. We will
Oh
be
my
back
gosh.
in 5 minutes, everybody.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Okay.
Oh.
Bye. See you in a minute. Bye.
Batman.
Sim.
SYM.
SYM. Sim. That's my
We are
real name.
adding.
Hello.
Welcome to
Welcome.
destruction.
Oh God.
Welcome to the death of everyone you hold dear. Welcome, Sim,
Hello.
the magic-wielding orphan that destroyed so many of the weapons, that killed all of the other orphans, attempted to destroy the gate weeks ago before the siege even started, and has just now stepped through the rubble of the city gate.
Hello, friends. I think it's time to play, don't you think? Haha. I've only just started. Shall we play some more? Are
I
you
would
up
like
for it,
everyone's reaction to this.
Evan's
Physical
good.
reaction. I full on drop anything with the sidearm and I throw a bloody fucking firebolt at his face.
Okay, can I react?
You
Can I react?
absolutely can.
I'm going to draw up some rocks that have just been crumbled from the brick. I'm just going to chuck that up in front of me and just try and brockle it as the firebolt comes to me.
You absolutely do.
Okay, yes, I just simple games.
Go
I'm
hard.
much more. Yeah, this is chess, darling. This is chess.
Feeling
And
my
that's what I'll
ice
say.
anger at that, I would be rushing right behind her fireball, yelling
Okay.
out, "I want my money back."
All right, I love this. You threw the ball, you threw the rock to block it, which means your view is blocked.
Yes.
You do not see this warder running at you. Tell me, Sir Warder, what do you do?
Damn.
So running up, I wait as the ball of fire explodes, just keeping my distance from it just enough not to get the blast. And then I come in sliding on my knees to slice across him.
What do you do now, Sim?
Sim. Okay. I will try and see him coming. If I can try and see him come across me.
You
I might
will
be-
have about a half a second. You will not be able to
Have a second.
mitigate all the
I
damage.
will do. No, exactly. So what I will try and do is try and drop to my arm as he's coming down to sort of take the weight a bit on my arm so I can lift my leg up a point, and then I might try and kick him in the face. So I'm just going to drop to my arm and kick him in the face as he's coming in.
As your sword connects, you suddenly feel a foot on your face. You do manage to slice him in the leg. It's not a debilitating wound, but he is bleeding. Though you are now being sort of thrown across the rubble by both his kick and your own momentum. And what about you, Gahard?
This is like a reaction kind of.
Mhm.
Okay. Gahard is like, "You're mine," and he is going to conjure on each side
You
of
wish.
him blades or arrows of wind and have them converge at his face.
You can see him grasp Sidene
Yeah.
and start channeling.
I'm gonna blast at it. I'm just gonna power break it. I'm just gonna try and go for the
Shit.
thing and just try and break it as much as I can. I'm just gonna, as much as I can push into him, because I'm just gonna see. I know he's a channeler, and I'm just gonna push as much as I can that I have left as a reaction. I don't think it's all I've got. I'd be fair, because I've done quite a lot. But that's what I will try and do.
As you see him starting to grasp for Sidene and starting to form these things in the air, you literally just slam him with unadulterated Sidene, and his weave just shatters. You have now been thrown to the ground, Gahard. And Victoria, our little thief.
The dark one tastes nice, doesn't he? That's all I say.
Yes,
With rage and
Victoria.
anguish, I will just scream out, "They were children!" as I charge toward him, not caring about any rubble, using every rubble that I can, if necessary, to just elegantly try to make you lose sight of me.
Mhm.
As I inch by inch move closer to you, and just when I get to the point where I can reach, just gently try and stab up through.
Okay.
Well, gently.
The minute I notice that I know all about this character. This is I'm gonna say that I see you moving, and I think I'm gonna leave it until you're within about 5 feet of me, and I'm gonna gateway myself. I'm just gonna gateway, and I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move so I'm on the other side of you, and then and that's all I'm gonna do, and stay behind you as you try and do your move, finish your move, and I might just tap you and push. Oh yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
actually going to need Victoria to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Come on.
I'm going to be cut
I
by
wanted
the-
to follow behind her with a cloud of daggers, but
This is
apparently not.
Fuck you!
The tip of your finger is sliced off as the gateway opens.
With a 23?
Could have been the army.
It would have been your whole hand
Oh my god.
had you failed. We are no longer fucking around, kids.
This is
And
level
with
20
that,
bitches.
and with that, Sim has
Yes.
entered the fray.
Yeah.
Now, the defenders, let us look at our new battle map. You are all here with Sim. On the other battle map, you still have the Trollocs, who will soon be invading this town. All of the soldiers are here with you. Tell me, who do they attack?
They have to attack the
Soldiers
Trollocs.
attack?
You
They
say
have
that?
to
The
attack
Trollocs.
the Trollocs.
I will allow you to let them attack Sim because he is
The
new
Trollocs.
and exciting and shiny.
I want them attacking
Trollocs.
the troll.
All right, fabulous. Then give me
I
120
want them to attack Murdrawl too.
D6.
So Murdrawl are not an option still?
Not yet.
Just the Trollocs,
Not until
okay.
the Trollocs are done. Then you
Okay.
can go after the Murdrawl.
Okay.
425. You
better.
have killed another 3 Trollocs, is what you've done.
Like,
Sorry, another 5.
Sam, you take
wait, is
423,
no, 4.
25 damage.
That's right.
And
You sure do. He doesn't care.
You're like,
You
my
have
HP
killed
is
some more
5,000.
Trollocs.
it's
Yeah, lick it.
it's
Lick it.
15k, bitch.
yeah. You know, Tiamat, triple it.
I forgot to give them advantage on the first round. So you may actually give me. What was the first round, Lando? I know you had it written down somewhere. I forget how many D6. It was,
Don't worry.
First round was
160.
there was
160.
17 or there were 31.
160
yeah, so
D6s.
160 D6. Give me that too, please. And now we shall see 550. There you are. You get another 6 dead Trollocs.
Oh, solid.
There we go.
We'll take it.
There you are.
How are we on now? How many are we on now? Just so I.
You've got, let's see, 21,
Not enough.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still have 27 Trollocs. Now, mind you, everyone who's watching at home, they have spent the last 6 weeks whittling down the Trolloc army little by little. This is what's left. There's of the
Only
army after
26.
6
There was
weeks.
50
There we
27.
go.
start this battle.
All right. Now,
And one less murderer.
Misana yells to the 2 women at her side. She says, "Get rid of this shield!" And Gahard, you suddenly feel Sidene snap back as Misana's shield has been destroyed. She can channel once again, and she is not happy with you. She dispels the wall of fire by throwing just the tiniest bit of water at it, turning it into nothing at all. You hear her voice, Callista. "I do so enjoy children's toys. I'm glad you decided to play with them. I'll see you in a moment, dear." And with that, she links with the other sorceresses, connects to the shield above the city, and shatters it. You hear a scream from Hester Sedai as your protection fails. Now, tell me, Evan, you have a few seconds before the Trollocs will be forcing their way in. What are you going to do?
He is going to. Let's see, so we've got
Oh, peppermint.
Sim over there, and he's going to run at Sim.
All right, tell me
So-
about
Fair
how
enough.
this plays.
What?
Mirror draw.
I don't see the mirror draw
just
yet.
on the other side of the gate.
But I can't see them right now, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Okay. Can we not
Like, can
see
I
them?
see the mirror draw?
Not really. They are really obscure. There's a lot of dust. There's a lot of
Yeah.
fire.
Get
There's a
Sam.
lot of smoke in
Yeah.
the air.
Okay.
Like, there's...
Get the
So
child killer.
They're
Yeah.
all child killers, guys.
They are.
Get the one in front of us right now.
Oh yes.
Mm.
But
And
he's going to
now-
run at Sim, and he's going to just yell out, "Die, dark friend," as he thinks back and remembers the dragon's fang scrawled on his home door. And he is just going to be filled with this anger and rage and just start swinging at him.
What do
Trying
you
to
do,
cut him
Sam?
right across the
What
middle.
do I
in
do?
half.
Well, if I recall, I was just behind Evan just
Victoria.
before he made this move, right? Isn't that not
So
correct?
in the last
Yeah.
round, what happened is
Yes.
Callista Sedai threw a firebolt at you.
Yeah.
You raised a boulder of rock to block
Mm.
it, but through the dust came her warder, slicing you across the leg
Oh,
as
yes,
you kicked him
yes.
in the face.
I kicked him in the
sending him
face, sorry.
sprawling.
That was it. He's come
across.
running at me. Okay.
He
Well,
is.
as he comes towards me, I would like to weave some spirit into his brain. And I would like him to see me in another location, right near where I am. He seems... So I'm just going to manipulate his mind until he sees a symmetry of myself in my parent. And he's swiping away as he's doing this. If I can do a second attack, I would like to rip the floor from below him, and he shall fall.
Nope.
Can I do both those things?
Would you like? I feel like Callista has something to say about this.
I would like to, as I see my warder going after Sim, not knowing exactly what's going on, I'm going to send in the exact same trajectory a cloud of daggers right behind him. So there's these embers of flame that are stretched out and long as if they are daggers themselves, and I'm going to send them right behind Evan. And our timing is so well that I know when he's going to stop so that they can go over his shoulder and slam into Sim.
As you watch your warder suddenly attack something besides Sim, just to the side of him. Do you still want to do your cloud of daggers attack?
So
Is he to the left or the right?
I miss him.
He would be to my. I'm gonna say I'd create the mirror image to my right.
You, Evan, believe that you are attacking Sim, and he is simply dodging your blows.
Mm-hmm.
I would also be taunting him by saying, "Oh, just another try, another go, sort of like this."
Yeah, because
I could do this every day and just do the.
So I positioned it in such a way that it's like it's
asshole.
not going to impale on him, on Evan. It would go like over a shoulder.
And she doesn't see the illusion.
And I don't see the
Right.
illusion.
She does
All
not
I
see the illusion,
she
no.
goes
Okay.
to the right. So I'm like
right
at him.
Fabulous.
I'm happy to say
Then-
that my. Okay, sorry.
Then Haley, yes, as your warder goes charging at Sim, seemingly as though they are glowing pauldrons, daggers start growing out of his shoulders. And as he suddenly veers off course, the daggers slam directly into Sim. Sim, you've just gotten a face full of fire daggers.
Mm.
Tell me, how do you deal with this?
How do I
this
deal with
hurts.
this? Yes,
This hurts.
this does. I would feel it, and I would do more of a like. I'd feel the pain. It'd be an exclamation of like ah, like sort of pain, and then immediately I would just sort of like feel it in, and just let that burning happen, and stare directly at Callista, knowing that's who's cast it at me. But I'd be letting the burning, like the pustules form on my face where it is, and I would still just stare dead at you. You are next.
How about Gahard? You gonna do
I
anything?
hate you, but
Gonna
you're
do
kinda
anything
cool.
fun?
Is it my
Like all
turn?
good villains.
Sorry,
Really, it's at this point, it's anyone's turn. I will make sure everybody gets to do their thing. Just tell me a fabulous story.
Do I get to open the ground? By the way, did my opening of the ground attack happen or not?
I will allow that at the end of the round.
That's fine,
Tell me,
that's fine.
Gahard, what's happening here?
Gahard is going to take his hands and run it over his legs and cast a wind that envelops his entire lower half. He's going to tie it off. And he is going to look at Callista and say, "My time is up. The rest is up to you." And he is going to dash out the gate and run up to... Shoot, I forgot the lady's name. But
Masana?
Masana. And he is going to stop right in front of her and be like, "Tell the Dark One, Yael, and the Kaharin are coming for him." And he is going to take the thread of his weave, pull it as hard as he can, and let go.
Oh! Shit, are you kidding me? Okay.
You just made
Hey,
yourself
everybody.
a bomb.
Hey, everybody in chat. If you don't take care of a weave properly, You have no idea what it will do. Sometimes it will turn into a bomb. Sometimes it will turn into something completely different.
Flowers.
It
No.
absolutely could. It could turn into some butterflies. I am going to need a D100 roll from you, Gahar.
Okay.
Welcome to the destruction of the universe.
Is,
I'm like shaky right now.
if it is a 90 to 100 roll, you martyr yourself, taking a lot of people with you. If not, something else will happen, won't it?
All right.
D100,
All right.
please.
D100. Here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, it's a 10.
Oh!
What?
The opposite side. None of you supposed to do
You-
the other way.
Hold on.
Can I give him advantage to do it again?
No.
You can.
not-
You can. If you want to, that is
On a
absolutely
D100?
okay. Yes, that's
All right.
fine.
Doesn't you still have one from the beginning?
I think I do still have an extra advantage.
All right, you may do one roll. One roll. Give it to me now.
36.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As you run towards the gate, you feel the essence of what makes you releasing. You are at peace. You know this is your time. You are going to save those around you. You will get to spit in the Dark One's eye. And you feel Sidene coursing through you, all the corruption and all of the beauty. As you run across the magma, it freezes beneath your feet. The Myrdral are thrown like rag dolls beside you. And when you get to Messana and speak, you feel her grasp the source and smack you to the ground, laughing at the childish efforts that you just made. And in that moment, you are lost to Sidene. It has absolutely taken control. You are now a raging monster. You will attempt to destroy whatever is nearest to you. Do you have your character sheet up? Do you know what is happening right now?
Yep.
Are you fuck?
It's happening.
Then tell me, as your eyes begin to bleed black gunk, as the air around you becomes rotten with the fumes of sulfur and darkness, as you rise into the air, what happens?
The heart is. He's going to just, with the anger and the fury, he is going to create these massive, massive bolts of wind and lightning. And he is going to rain down these hundreds of massive, giant bolts and smack into the Aes Sedai and the Trollocs.
As you rise into the air, a wind growing around you. I hate to do this, but it's too good a line to waste. You scream at Messana, "Dance with these spears!"
Yes!
As a rain of lightning pierces the skies. The bolts rain down upon the Trollocs. You destroy half of them. And one of the Aes Sedai, who was unlucky enough to be caught without Messana's shield. Oh yes, The little green Ajah, Aes Sedai, is now dead. Tell me, Victoria, you have now seen feats of power
So adequate
unimagined
for
in this age, in this third age. No one has seen this. What are you going to do, dear?
Well, after a piece of my finger has been cut off, and watching the heart essentially commit suicide, my mind is filling with sorrow of losing a person who was very, very near towards me, and the only real person I can blame, or I feel I can blame, is Sim. So I'm targeting all of my sadness, all of my anger, and Sim sees a Victoria with tears in her eyes, blood dripping from the hand, as she just points her daggers towards him and just says, "He sacrificed himself. Now you're mine." As she puts her dagger away, grabs a hold of the bow, knocks 2 arrows, and goes directly in to shoot for the eye sockets.
Tell me,
Relax.
Sim, there are 2 arrows coming at your face. I will say now, you can only manage 2 weaves at one time. You
Okay.
currently are holding
Hmm.
the attention of the warder and creating a pit beneath him. What will you do? It's time
Will
to
I-
make your first choice.
I'm gonna let go of of the warder's spirit weave at the time. I'm gonna break that weave. I'm gonna keep a hold of the pit I'm creating, but I'm going to enlarge that pit so that I also sink down below equally, but not as far. And so I'm just kind of enriching the pit. So I'm just gonna say ta-ta and then fall to the ground like that.
As a crack opens up in the ground beneath the warder, the crack extends to just beneath Sim as well. And as the arrows fly, they go right over Sim's head. And that is 1 round of narrative combat for you. Now it's time for some defenders to act.
Yay!
Tell me, where are we going to put the defenders' attentions? They're soon going to be contending with powers beyond their ken.
Trollocs. Just get rid of all the Trollocs.
Shoot the Trollocs with arrows.
Trollocs.
Don't get
Give it-
close
They
to
won't be able
Gahard.
Give it to me.
hit,
Give it to me. 120 d6. Let's see. Let's see what that looks like, kids.
Oh, 4.
Nice.
400.
Okay.
All right. That's 5 more Trollocs killed. The rain of arrows and lightning is shattering the Trolloc forces.
How many are left?
22.
9.
Yeah, Gahard got half of
9
them with
Trollocs.
Yeah.
that
Gahard got
barrage.
half of them.
Oh, right,
So there's
right.
only 9 Trollocs left.
Now, unfortunately, Gahard no longer knows the difference
Yeah.
between friend and foe. He is now the most dangerous creature on the battlefield. All right. You sadly do not have the ballistas, as they were destroyed in Sim's grand entrance.
Fuck you, Sam. You're cut.
Now, you watch as the remaining trollops appear at the gate. Behind one of the Aes Sedai,
They got past me?
they ran past you, yes,
Okay.
shielded by Masana, as you were distracted playing with the clouds above. as though they were a bathtub full of toys for you. Let us see now. Please roll me, as there are 9 left. Please roll me 18d8 plus 36. And let us see. 427. Ah, yes.
Nope, that's
No,
Oh,
no,
that's
that's
lies.
that's not
120.
even possible.
That no.
Oh, no.
Not even close.
18
What just happened?
d6.
18, yes.
18d6
Eight-
plus.
There we go. All right, 112.
There we go.
All right.
That's
all right.
literally
I was
not
like,
in
all
the
We got
right,
it.
response.
I was
that
like,
seems a lot.
what?
All right.
I thought
One
Gahan was gonna
more
do it.
of your defenders has been felled, but as you continue to try to back away from the gate, falling as the Trollocs move towards you, 2 Myrddraal appear, slashing into your defenders, each one easily destroying a full contingent of your soldiers. 240 more men fall. As 2 more appear, and another 40 men fall. There is a single contingent left. Just one. And that one, as you watch, 20 men backing away, one after the other. You watch as they stare into nothingness.
Oh god.
As their brains literally cascade out of their ears. As the Aes Sedai of the Red Ajah, who is quite well versed in anatomy, literally melts their brains from the inside out. All of the defenders at the gate have been destroyed.
And it was disgusting and interesting.
And now, you watch as Masana herself steps in to say, "This will be fun. I see you've made some little traps for us. Let's see how quickly you can get through them. 10, 9, 8.
I'm going to reach out and grab Evan and, well, whatever, however I need to do it, grab Evan and
4,
Victoria and open a gate, as I've seen this happen
3,
enough now, and zoom us
2,
to the other side of the town.
1. You may choose the tavern or the market. Which do you pick?
Which
Okay.
one's in the...
They're both over in
They're
the
both over there.
Tavern is over here.
tavern.
The tavern. The tavern.
The tavern! All of our players, are now on the street in front
Except Gahard.
of the
No,
tavern.
Gahard is gonna
Except Gahard.
He go home.
He's-
Please place your tokens, players. It will take 3 rounds for those running through the streets towards you to get to your position. You also have 8 contingents of guards here ready for your orders. You hear Sims howl as you escape his clutches. Will it be enough? We shall soon see. As you head to the tavern, you hear Masana with her loudspeaker voice saying, "Run, run, children. Oh, I do love a good chase, especially in such a filthy little rat's warren as this tiny little town."
Gonna kill him.
Now,
That was my
Sim.
I'm gonna kill Sim.
Yeah.
Sim, tell me, you may choose to go to the tavern to follow them, or you may choose to go to the market to wreak some havoc. Which would you like to do?
Or fight hard.
Oh no.
So now you absolutely recognize what is happening with Gahard. You have seen it
Yes.
before.
No, exactly. I'm gonna literally say to them, wherever I'm not staying, but when I leave, it would be like, you play with your weather games. I will move on from this. I'm bored of you now. And I will. Yes, I'll remember that we're playing chess, and I'll say, Masana, why didn't you have some fun with our little friends? And I'll go and cause some chaos over there, and I'll go to the market, and have some fun.
Well, here is the market. 8 contingents of guards. Are you going to bring anyone with you, good sir?
I would like to take the remaining. I'd like to take a Myrddraal with me, if I could.
1 Myrddraal
Yes.
coming up.
Yeah.
You're a bastard.
Here we go. We're gonna
I'll
go over
snap your
here.
neck with my own hands.
You try.
You arrive with a Myrddraal. Tell me, you've got some time. Tell me what you're gonna do to these fearsome warriors in front of you.
Hello, new friends. I have some games to play with you, and
They look at you and they say, "Aren't you from the orphanage?
Oh yes, this is
We
a
thought
game
all
we
of
used
you
to.
had died."
Yes, and that was one of the games we played. Now it's time for your turn, and I'm going to make this be drawn out. So there are how many of them? There are 8.
Well,
I'm
there are
going
8
to-
contingents, so there are 160 people.
Okay, the 160 people. I'm going to use one of my weaves to just try and create some liquefaction in the ground. So I'm going to try and make it sort of start to shake, and so that it becomes like liquefied. And I want them just to start shifting and falling into the ground. That's just
So,
one.
That is so you can. There are 2 things that can happen. You can put all of your energy into this weave for one effect, or you can just shake the ground with one.
I'm going to go all my energy into this. I want to liquefy the ground. I want it to be slowly them losing balance.
The only way to use pure earth to liquefy the ground is to shake it at such a rate that it actually shatters at a molecular level. As you do this, you can create enough liquefaction in the ground to affect 4 of the units of men. And you will watch as they begin to sink into what is now turning into liquid glass.
Yeah. I want that to be in the
right
center of
beneath them.
right in the middle as well.
You hear them screaming as their legs burn. And when you let go of the weave, half of them are dead from the pain, but this is Shinar. And half of them raised their bows for one last shot. Tell me, you now have 80 arrows flying at you. What will you do?
What will I do? This is a good question. This is a hard one. How much energy do I have left after that? Am I spent in terms of magical energy? Or
You're pretty, that was pretty, doing
that's what
that
I feel.
level.
Yeah, I feel I would like to just position myself. I would like to try and how much connection with this midroll do I have? How much control
You
do
have
I have?
absolute control.
I would just like to put the midroll between me and the arrows.
I was
So
just about to
as
say,
these arrows
Jeez.
come flying
Human
at
shield.
you, the Myrdral literally just steps in front of you. It looks like he covered the distance in no time at all. And of course, the cloak that he wears doesn't even seem to move. He is still just perfectly still, as though made of shadow. I would like somebody to roll me 80d6,
Oh,
please.
jeez.
I had that ready from the get-go.
I love it. And
Hoping that
you
Sim would
watch.
take it, but
I'm actually going to need Sim to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Fail.
Would you? I haven't got a character.
Yeah.
So do,
You know what? I'm going to say that you have currently, in this state, you get a plus. Let's say you've got 20. You're real quick. There is,
Okay.
so I'll give you +5. Let's see what happens, little boy.
oh,
Poor
I
little
didn't know.
orphan.
You got to do like
Right.
a slash.
I got you, Sim.
all right. Okay,
No,
good.
here, I'll do. There we go. All right, so you got a 12. Ooh! Sadly, you have failed. The Myrdral slammed with 80 arrows
I know what's happening.
begins to flail around with his darkened longsword.
Oh,
As
yes.
he will not die until sunset. You, sir, have been sliced with the Dark One's own metal.
Ironic.
Yes.
You can feel the darkness. You will now not be able to move quite as quickly as he has sliced open your leg.
All in the
That means you
name
can be
of
mine.
And now,
Has to be a
Masana.
choice, right?
recognizing what is happening with this insane Aiel, immediately goes over and attempts to try to stop his connection to Sidene.
Kill her. Kill her. Kill her.
She steps back through, commanding her Myrdral and her remaining Trollocs to find the others. As the Trollocs run through, unintelligent as they are, they do hit the traps, and there are enough that you actually manage to kill all of the remaining Trollocs
Bam.
before they get to you. There are none left now. Nope, stop moving, stop moving. Nope, stop moving. Never mind, they're all dead. You know they're all dead. Yes, I can't see it. Nope. No, this is bad. All right. You have murdered the Trollocs.
Murdered any.
We
Misana
have murdered
steps
nobody.
out. I see you've been playing with the Dark One as well. And she tries to slam a weave of spirit between you and Sidene. What will you do?
He's just gonna erupt with just a fountain of wind coming out of every direction of him and just blow away the weave that's coming from in front of him.
Official.
The weave of air that you are creating, and this is round 2 for you. The weave of air that you are creating begins lifting boulders and throwing them throughout the city, causing untold devastation and cracking the inner walls. Misana has to put
Wait,
all
where
of
are
her
we?
energy. You are outside the walls,
The front gate.
the front
Mhm.
gates.
Shit,
They
and it reaches
are-
all the way to
they
the
are
inner
by
wall.
the tavern, yes. You have
Holy
called
shit.
down a full tornado to surround you. You called down lightning. You're essentially Storm from the X-Men right now.
Pretty much.
If I
Pretty
could,
much.
I would slap you.
With the wind preference.
You're Halle Berry.
Misana
You are Halle
has
Berry.
to stop what she is doing and attempt to put all of her energy into blocking the wind that is coming at her. She looks at you and she says, "You will die soon enough. You mindless beast. You're nothing but the taint now." Tavern dwellers, you have 1 round. Tell me, what are you going to do?
Oh, do I not get a turn?
That was your
What's your
turn. I'm sorry, was summoning a tornado not enough for you?
Okay,
That
I mean
wasn't
it was my react. That's fine. I assumed it was a reaction to her thing attacking me, but that's
Nope,
fine.
it's not. That is, I'm sorry. Summoning a major weather event is an actual turn.
Alright.
Not a
So,
bonus
Oh
action?
my gosh.
summoning,
Action's fine.
yeah. You know, hurricanes are a bonus action. Tornadoes are a bonus. Okay. I thought I sent you that memo.
Oh, I missed it.
No one listens.
It's on the DMG for crying out loud.
Right, everyone knows that. So, Victoria, Callista, and Evan, you are now by the tavern with 160 men. What would you like to do?
Command the men to watch to get to the gates. Stop any merge roll.
Yeah, with the explicit instructions, you do whatever you have to stop the mirror draw.
You watch as they all scramble to head up the walls of the inner city. As they do so, I'm going to need 8 D4s. On a 4, they have been hit by a boulder. Two
Yeah.
of them, sadly, as you see a huge tornado suddenly come up out of nowhere, whipping the debris of the gate around, tearing apart entire houses at the gate. Sadly, 2 of your soldiers have been killed on the wall. We shall now put them over here as though they are on the
We're
the
still
inner
on the market
gate.
page. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Now we're on the tavern page. There we go.
I was like,
I just like the image.
I wasn't
like the
100%
image
sure.
of an arrow-filled mirror drawl and a bunch of guys dying because they got turned into glass. I think that's
So fun too.
fun.
And Sim's like limping
Signified.
away.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Ugh,"
Right.
like the coward he is.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait. Oh, okay. Oh, you want this, do you? You want this? All right, fine.
No, don't kill it, please.
All right. Are you going to do anything else?
Okay, I am going to look at Evan and give him a sweet little kiss and say, I love you. And then I'm going to use air, a weave of air, and just deposit myself on top of the tavern, or on top of the walls, whatever, so I can see out into the town.
Before you do that, Evan will notion to you to eat the herbs he gave you.
Okay.
I use my aid. You get 10 more hit points, and he said the same thing to Tori.
Fabulous. I
Like,
love it.
Okay.
Eat
that's
this
what
carrot.
we're gonna
You eat some moss.
Have a carrot.
It's
Eat some moss.
nice.
You rub
I
it
love
on
you.
your
The
tongue.
business of
Carrot.
you live.
I
Life.
love you so much.
I'm gonna
Put it
be-
under
I'm
your
gonna
tongue.
be this fucking-
It's good times.
It's
All
a
right.
joke.
So
All right.
wait. So so my movement is moving up, and then I want to, seeing out into the town, I am going to use fire and just create a huge thing of fire that I have never created before, pulling on myself through so doing my bond with Evan and taking a little bit of his life force and sending that fireball out into the recesses to try and hit Masana from the other side of town.
Evan,
The mortar.
I
Evan.
take this hit. Ugh.
I'm sorry, but to do something that severe, you're gonna start doing death saves next turn. She just
Well, I
drained
figured out
all
though.
of your life.
if I heightened it to 9th level, it would do 45 necrotic damage to Evan.
I'm still good. So
If that's what if that's what you're wanting to do, then I'm gonna change my
I'm
actions.
going.
'Cause
Okay,
I thought
yes.
it was only
I'm going.
45.
I'm going to. So I'm going to.
He's got like a 137 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
that's my hit points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That's
I feel so
many fucking
squishy all of a sudden.
So if that
so
will be the
squishy.
action, if that will be the consequence of that, I will not be doing that.
I will say, if you're gonna do that much necrotic damage to him, he's at the very. All right, you're going to have to give me a Constitution saving throw or pass out, dude. That's
Me?
a lot. She's
Yes.
just like.
She just
Fireball.
sucked up your life.
All right. Constitution.
Yep. Give it to me. Give it to me.
20.
Solid.
Okay. You are now. You do have one level of exhaustion though. Like that is you. You're on your feet. You're on your feet, but you literally just got the life sucked out of you. So, as you cast this fireball out,
And goes.
unfortunately, Masana is still shielded by the gale force winds, but the Mirdral are not. Oh, yes. Because this is so elevated, you will do some significant damage to them. Pick 1, 2, or 3, please.
2.
2. This Mirdral, while not dead, technically,
Are we supposed
Is
to be
now
seeing them?
out.
Because they're not.
no.
Okay.
Calm down.
You just said this one.
Oh my God, Lando.
I want to make sure we're on the right page. That's it.
Thank you, Lando. This Mirdral that you have just thrown a fireball at while not technically dead because it will not die until sunset, is no longer in the fight. And the other two have taken massive damage as fire did not just expand. You cast this fireball out over the city, and as it reached just above them, a rain of flaming swords falls down upon them, slicing them to bits. One of the Myrddraal has lost an arm. Another one is almost dead. But they do advance through the city, weaving between the traps, slowly coming for you. Oh, yes. But delightful. I love it. I love tornadoes and rains of flaming swords. That's fun. Now, Victoria, what are you going to do, my dear?
I just have to remember. Callista moved up to the wall. Evan is currently still down by me. I know what I'm going to be doing. I'm gonna quickly look at Evan and actually run in to this little corner here to climb up to the roof of the orphanage. Move from rooftop to rooftop, trying to get as close to the gate as possible before actually going out the gate. And I'm gonna be finding the nearest alleyway that I can, and I'm just gonna be standing in there, like daggers ready, arms crossed at the chest, hiding, waiting for a Myrddraal to come up.
I love it. Fabulous. Evan, what about you?
After Evan, like, breathes deep, comes back, stands up, and will walk forward towards the gates to stand with the guards. They're at the front, waiting and ready for the moment the Myrddraal or anyone else shows up, and just stand there ready.
Fabulous. I love it. And now, it is time. The guards upon the wall rain arrows down on the Myrddraal, dipping their way through these traps. One of them falls to the rain of arrows. And Victoria, one passes your alleyway. What do you do?
I slowly let down my arms, essentially jumping from wall to wall, trying to get an elevation compared to it, as hoping it hadn't noticed me, try to strike a dagger down at the top of the head and just lean in and say, "You're not the only one who works in shadows," and just pull it down towards the neck.
As you do that, you feel it make purchase, but not where you want it. It moves like a snake. You take its shoulder and start to slide, but as you do, it disappears, appearing in a shadow just behind you. As it reaches out, grabs your arm, and shatters it in its fist. What do you do now?
A very, very loud scream can be heard all across town. One way out of this, I will cut off my own broken arm, ripping a part of my trousers off, quickly just holding it and run towards the gate.
Okay, you're not going to have time to actually create a tourniquet. While
I
there is a
know.
Myrddraal, so no, I need you to understand there is a Myrddraal in front of you. If you run, you die. There is no way for you to escape this Myrddraal right now.
Okay. Well, then let's
It is
see.
he either dies or you die in this scene. Go for it. You have just torn your own arm off to get out of its grip.
Okay. Okay. Shit!
Yeah.
I will, as I cut my own arm off, I will turn the dagger in my hand, first holding it like that, flipping it around and just jam it up towards his face as I let out another very, very painful, high-pitched scream, filled with pain, anger, and sorrow as I just jam, and I will even headbutt the handle of my dagger just to put that extra push in.
Are you going to do anything else?
I will release my dagger and kick myself away from it. Just exhausted, hoping to finally have dealt some kind of damage to it.
Let me tell you how this goes. As the Myrddraal passes you, not recognizing your presence, as you have melted into the shadow almost as well as it can, you come leaping out. It moves out of its way. You slam your dagger into its shoulder. As it recognizes that it has been harmed, it shifts away in the darkness, reappearing behind you and shattering your elbow in its incredible fist. You take your dagger, tear your own arm off, and use it to then slam steel straight up into the head of the Myrddraal. And as you do that,
Yeah.
you put your feet onto its chest and jump, tearing its face in half.
There we go.
You have taken down a Myrddraal all by yourself,
Oh, by your
though
right.
now you are bleeding to death on the ground.
Now do a tourniquet.
There are
That's fine.
only 3 enemies left. Sim, One Aes Sedai of the Red Ajah, and Masana herself. Victoria is now down for the count. She is not dead, but she is dying. And now, Sim, what will you do with the rest of your little soldier friends? You watch as the Myrddraal in front of you drops to the ground.
I have a plan, which actually is I feel I've woven enough of a chaos here, and I'm seeing 80 in front of me and thinking I'm sort of aware of the sort of death of these, hearing screams of the Myrddraal, and I'm thinking, you know what? I've had fun with you. I need to see my other friends. I'm going to gateway myself to the tavern where I feel that where they were. First thing I'm going to look for is the warden. And
The warder is on the wall, along
The
with
warder's on the wall.
all
Okay, sorry.
of
Okay.
the other, with
Oh, they've all moved to the wall.
120 soldiers.
Okay, so I'm going to move
They
to
are on the inner wall,
inner
not the
wall.
outer wall.
Yes, so I will move to the inner wall and the soldiers. And the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of my energy that I have at my ability to control enough of the minds of the soldiers to see the warder as a Myrddraal.
Oh.
As many as I may
fun.
have, and they are just
Okay,
going to see
okay.
warder. Yeah.
Evan,
Yes.
You will survive this, or you will die. There are 120 men around you, attempting to kill you. What are you gonna do?
Do I see him? Like, did he appear on the wall?
He did appear on the wall.
Do I have an idea of how far away he is?
Probably 150 feet.
God, I can't run to him.
No.
Evan will, seeing this, they all start turning to start swinging at me. Evan will duck.
You hear them scream Myrdral and point at you, so you understand what's going on here.
Evan will. How high are the walls?
About 30 feet.
Evan will grab a hold of one of them, jump off the wall, dragging the man with him a little bit to slow the fall just at the beginning, and then drop to the ground below the wall.
As you do that, the soldiers draw their bows.
Evan will back up and be
How
standing
did we give
against
them
the
all
wall, so they have no angle on him.
You see them tearing down the stairs in search of you.
Evan is going to yell out to Callista, "Their minds have been controlled!" And then he's going to run actually out the gate, out of the inner city.
As you run out of the gate, you see Victoria on the ground.
Evan will stop. He'll run over to Victoria. Do I see her? Is she breathing? Can I check to see if she's breathing?
She is breathing. Her eyes are fluttering, but she is losing a lot of blood. And there is a dead Myrdral next to her.
Where is she at? Can I see where she would be at on the map?
She is just about here. She was hiding in this little alleyway here.
Just to make it
she was
easier.
out there.
You go. Oh yeah.
Okay. I will pick her up and I will go inside the house that's right there and take her inside and put her down on the ground and say, "You did well." And then I will wait.
The
there
first
inside
thing,
the building.
the first thing, as you are doing this, the first thing that's going to happen is a dozen arrows are going to rain through the window. Do you protect yourself or do you protect Victoria?
I protect myself.
Victoria, sadly, you take several arrows to the chest. You have passed, though you helped save your friends. What's next, Evan?
Evan's seen this. His anger just grows, and he will just take his swords. The guards are no longer his allies. He will turn back, and he's going to run back into the gates to the inner city, ready to attack guards.
As you begin running, you surprise the group of archers. What do you do?
Evan will, digging deep, his anger, he now sees everyone as Darkspawn. And he sees the battle and the franticness and a family dying, and connecting, he begins to have flashes. Himself as a commander in another army, himself in another state, another body, another time, and connects with the past of him in the wheel. And then with this added knowledge of all the battles from all of his past, he will start cutting through the guards. Slashing through one and slashing through another.
You watch as arms, legs, heads go flying around you. You barely feel the slashes. You barely feel the gouges as they add up further and further. The men who were being controlled lie in a circle around you, destroyed. Sim laughs on the wall, and you feel suddenly exhausted. So much blood. You have a vision. You are Lord's son. You love a shy maid. You steal away night after night with her. You are the first mate of a Tremalking ship, and your beloved captain stands next to you. You are the king of Manatherin, dying on the battlefield. And as you fade into darkness, you see the face of Sunil standing above you, and the face of Hesper Sedai, weaving a spell of healing over your body. Callista, you feel this. You know he is not dead, but he was very close. What do you do now?
I'm on the outer or the inner wall, on the top of the inner wall. I'm going to turn towards Sim and weave, staring straight at him. I'm going to say, "You have no idea what you just did." And I'm going to weave together all of the layers of spirit and fire and air and earth, and I'm going to build them into a cage. And I'm going to walk slowly towards him as it burns and the air rushes around and the earth builds up into it. And I am going to place this cage over him, cutting him off from everything around him, essentially creating a deprivation chamber from sight and from the source.
You may make a choice for me. You can choose to make this an action that you take, and you may fight Sim for it. Or you may choose to lose yourself in Saidar, and he will have no chance.
"126 years is a long time to live." I will drop any and all barriers to Saidar and allow it to fill me completely. extending my awareness, my abilities, and my power so that none can stand in my way.
As you do this,
With the cage that I put over him, I want it to contract down farther and farther and farther until he is completely eviscerated by the bars of this cage, until there is nothing but a pool of blood and bone.
as this happens, as you release all of your fears, as you release all your defense mechanisms, you feel the true glory of Saidar as it seems to carry you away. Gahard, you may make a choice now. You may continue to try to destroy Masana, or the earth can meet the sky as you find a way to connect your weaves. Which will it be?
Oh, connect. That's way cooler. I mean, I had a plan for Masada, but this is awesome.
You start to shine like a beacon. You watch as Masana turns around, not having seen something like this since the Age of Legends. She motions to the other Aes Sedai, go, now you will not survive this. And she herself weaves a gateway and steps through. You stand on the wall, lost in the beauty of the source. The sky roiling, lightning spraying in every direction is suddenly calm. As Saidar and Saidin come together, creating a cage that shrinks with a screaming Sim being melted to nothing. You feel your essence shrinking. Your soul seems to diminish and condense. You struggle against it for a moment, but nothing can stop the ebbing of your life. Your struggles begin to fade, and you surrender. Music change. As you surrender to the darkness, a light blooms. Your heart and your soul expand as the weave itself is made manifest. It is more than you can consume, so you allow it to wash over you. You see the pattern. Turn it down, please. You see the pattern, infinitely beautiful and infinitely complex. You watch the subtle changes that take place as each turning of the wheel repeats its patterns in new and wonderful ways. You watch as places of power appear and thrive and diminish over the course of an hour or a year or an age. You hear the heartbeat of this age, the throes of the source being used and accumulated behind the Ogier-built walls of Tar Valon. The Amerlin seats will being sent out like roots into every corner of the continent. You see mist-shrouded Ruidian standing still and unchanged, but for a single individual wandering towards its center. You see the woman's heart break as she learns the truth. You see it reform itself in steel that will keep the secret of Ruidian until her dying breath. You witness the peace of the Ogier and the power of their songs. You watch the green man in his constant journey through the blasted lands, always trying to keep just a few seeds alive, for they will cover the world in blossoms one day. You feel the power and the emptiness of the iron towers of the Eelfin and the Aelfin, and you feel a draw that is far more personal. You see yourself. You see your thread. You see how you've lived over and over. Yours is the story of love and sacrifice. You are the shy maid. He is the Lord's son. You steal away night after night. His father is a monster, stealing the lives and the children of his people. You run with your love. You raise an army. You defeat the terror of his father. But your love dies in your arms, and your heart breaks. So you die next to him. You are the captain of your ship. Your first mate stands next to you. The love in his eyes cannot be extinguished, so he must be punished nightly. You grin at the prospect. Your ship is attacked by a crazed male channeler. You had heard that the world was being torn apart by his kind, but you never expected that the ocean itself would be in peril. You feel your ship quake as it rises into the air. The crew scrambles to look over the rail and sees a mountain range thousands of miles long spring into existence where a peaceful sea existed before. You shield your crew as they escape and manage to pierce the heart of the flying mage with your arrow. But as the arrow flies to its target, you feel your heart literally torn from your chest. You die in your love's arms. You are Queen Eldrine of Manathirin, the mountain home. You watch as your love is cut down by the rampaging hordes of Trollocs. You surrender to Saidar. You let it consume you. You let your soul ignite and shatter the armies of the Dark One. You leave a legacy of your power in a place called Aemon's Field. You feel your light gliding towards this place of power. It's comforting. It's familiar. It is home. You feel yourself carried on the breeze, and you remember the old saying, the wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age called the Third Age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the mountains of mist. This wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. The wind carried your spark, the spark of the future, the memory of a past that danced along bare branches, desperate to release their leaves. The wind carried this light down hard-packed dirt roads and past fords and bridges. The wind carried this spark to a small farmstead outside the tiny town of Aemon's Field, where it tousled the auburn hair of a boy on the cusp of manhood. The boy held a bow. The boy thought of a flame. In that moment, your spark found a new home. This spark of love and sacrifice would sit in the flame, in the void, in the boy. This spark would ignite the fire that would burn the world clean. This spark was a beginning of this journey. The journey of the one they would soon call the Dragon Reborn. Done. You have just given the Dragon Reborn the power to change the world.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yes! Awesome!
I want to clap, Matt. That was incredible.
No.
Oh,
Can I have my arm back, please?
Nope, no arms.
oh,
Evan's alive.
God.
Yeah,
Cool.
you
Yeah.
did it.
Oh.
I got your
I'm
secret
sorry.
ending.
I know that you really wanted Haley to murder Masana, but you
I
can't.
really
She's in
did.
the books.
She's in the book.
She's in the books.
I
I
really
really
wanted
wanted
to too. I had a plan, and
Same.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
We did not all die. I'm alive.
Evan's still well.
I know.
I'm alive for
I'm
There
so
is
sorry.
now-
12 more seconds.
Sim has died. Gahard has died. Callista has died. Victoria has died. But Evan, you live to bring the story back to the White Tower.
I wanted to be the one alive.
Yes. Well, that was Evan's choice. Sorry,
Yeah, it's okay.
sorry, honey.
You
Evan
bitch.
let you die. That was the thing.
Oh, man. Good lord.
Yay!
Yeah.
There is, yes. So thank you,
You
everyone.
selfish-
First of all, I want to ask. I know that Haley and Evan need to leave shortly. Haley, what was your favorite moment today, or
Oh
of the
my
entire
gosh.
7-week process?
Oh my gosh. I am so drained right now. Like I can't even.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly, and I don't know how this is gonna come off, but honestly, I loved getting to play with Weston because we never get
Oh,
to
of
play
course.
together because he's always GMing or I'm GMing. So it's like really nice
Right.
to
Both
get
being
to
players.
play with
Well,
him.
and you are 100% welcome to come and play together on my stream
100%.
any
I'll
fucking
join
time you
that.
want.
Yep.
That game. I want to be in
I
that game.
know.
I was so glad I was able to
Aw.
play a character that kind of was like letting you guys lead, because I was like, they don't get to play together. I'm gonna let them really like let them drive the story. I'm just along for the ride. So it was perfect. I was like, they're so
So-
cool and they don't get to
And
play.
like while you're like saying he's like dying, I'm like
I know.
I was
I've never
watching you
felt
just-
so awkward on stream before. I'm sitting there going, I'm like, I this was the plan. I know this is what Carl told me
I
to
know.
do, but I was like, I felt so horrible. I've never
Well,
felt like.
Hamilton, you know we're married, right?
I know, and I was like,
Right?
I know exactly, and I'm just realizing what I've done, and I'm like, everyone at home is like, that guy is an
He's a
asshole.
You're a dick.
Yes, exactly.
Great
They're
job.
like,
I
being
wanted to
evil.
be the one to
Great
kill
job
you.
being evil.
Oh my
I
god.
Yeah.
realized why we
I
got
love
away from Britain because of them. That's why
I
we
love
had
it.
a war of independence.
I'll be honest, I'm not a very violent individual, but you touch my husband and I
Right.
will pop the cap in your ass.
No,
did,
no.
yeah.
Oh god.
There is. And chat, please join in. If there are any moments that you thought were fabulous, please let us know. If there's any questions that you have or anything, let us know. Hey, Lando, what was your favorite
Okay,
part? Oh, wait,
my-
no, let's do
Real quick,
Evan because
thank you
they
for
might
the
need to run
bits,
away.
NIL.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
My favorite, I had gotten the ability of Spirit Shroud, and I was like, how do I use this? And I was like, I want it to be that he's connecting with the spirits and the memories of every
Yeah.
Beautiful.
iteration
That
of
was
him
so
through the
cool.
wheel.
I was so happy that you did that because I had written that whole part about Haley, like about her seeing her old, and that you and her
Yeah.
were the
You're
story.
always-
of every thread. So getting to actually pop that out a little bit before the end and just be like, oh, you're the Lord's son. You're the second in command.
We're
So
on the
thank
same
you for
page,
that
the same
opportunity.
Oh, it's so cool.
You're
Still a
the
selfish
story that
bastard.
never stopped.
And what about you, Victoria? What was your favorite moment?
Oh, today my favorite moment must have been at the beginning of jumping elegantly down the gate.
That was
grabbing
pretty
a bow, just
fabulous.
turning around and just slamming an arrow straight into the face.
Oh, man.
That was definitely fantastic. I
But
was very
through this
very much
whole-
there for that.
Through this whole thing, I'll still say dropping a wall on Fortronics is pretty amazing.
Yes,
That was
that
awesome.
was
amazing.
delightful.
That was so good.
And what about you, Lando? What was your favorite
Oh my
part?
god, my
Oh.
head grew back.
So my favorite part was the reaction of everyone when Gahard ran out to like detonate himself.
Dude.
Oh
Like
my
I
God.
was like, because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, like what can Gahard do if shit hits the fan, and like I had planned for him to die anyway, and I was like, this is gonna be epic, and I don't think anyone's gonna really see it coming, especially
Yeah.
Kyle. So I was like,
Definitely
I
not.
want him to be like, and everyone was like, oh, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I
You
want.
are more than a
It didn't work out exactly how I intended it, but it totally worked out. But
I don't
just
know, I
the
feel-
reaction
again,
was
I
so
feel
good.
like getting to dance the spears using the
Oh.
sky itself,
That
I
was
feel
so
like it's the
awesome.
dream of any ale.
Yeah.
And what
It's
about you,
really
Hamilton, our
What was-
guest today? What was your favorite
Oh,
moment?
My favorite moment. I mean, I love the whole thing. I gotta say, I had a plan to try and screw with everyone, and I feel I did. I might have gone too far, but
Oh no, not at all.
No,
that
it was so
great.
good.
exactly.
It was all
No,
so
and
clever.
but the best bit, I must admit, I've never had so many shivers down my spine listening to the things that you said, Kyle. I mean, literally
Oh.
that speech. I was like, I've already been on this street for half an hour and crying. It was.
So
I mean, it was
good.
just incredible. It's so much fun.
Welcome to my journey through this.
Yes,
Yeah, that ending monologue was so good. I love how well it
It's
tied
just-
into like the beginning of the story we're watching tomorrow. Like
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very
Oh.
excited. Very excited.
so good.
It's-
The moment
Yay.
you said the mountains of mist, I knew exactly where it was going. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was like,
yeah.
yes, we are doing
Have
this
to.
thing
100%.
now.
100%.
Hey everybody, we do still have a fabulous giveaway. I am putting that in chat right now.
Yep.
Please go sign up. I'll give you a couple minutes to finish your signups and then we will head out.
Oh,
First though,
good
I absolutely have
Lord.
to say thank you again, everybody, for joining us today. And I want to definitely thank our sponsors, Souls Rolls. You are
Yes.
amazing.
Hey, so
Thank you for
Yes.
helping us so much on this journey. Amazing. Amazing. And also our fabulous role playing. Please go head over to their Kickstarter page. Go sign up. They are fantastic. I can't wait to tell fabulous stories with their materials. So if you want to hear some fabulous stories with their stuff, let's get it funded.
Do it.
And
Ooh.
the Chaotic Platypus says, okay, favorite things instead, great story session weaving by. Well, thank you. That's so sweet. And the fun synergy of the crew, including very well played guest Evil Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like
you.
Gonna head
that's
to
going to be
Hamilton, though.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's next play. Is Evil Hamilton. I feel like that's what we need to make happen.
But
With
Kyle,
that,
what
yes.
was your favorite moments?
Oh God. Okay, my favorite moment, I don't know if it was reading on stream because of my classes, but there were, and this doesn't happen very often, but I was like, I almost started crying a couple times during the monologue. I was like, oh my God.
It was so good.
It was just these moments. And it's because I was like, oh my God, I'm really connecting to this. And like Haley's sacrifice and like just the warden, like just the whole ending of it. I'm just trying to like keep it the fuck together. Like while I'm doing this monologue, I'm just like, this could be really cool if I don't fuck it up. So,
And it
I
was
love
really
that, but
fucking cool.
And it was
But
really fucking cool.
I really loved the way that, especially after Sim appeared, the fucking stories. I absolutely adored the fact that everybody got a one-on-one fight scene. That made me so happy. Yay!
It was very comic book. It was amazing. It was so
It was very
yeah.
comic book.
It felt Naruto style. I felt like Orochimaru.
Oh,
for
it
5
totally
minutes.
reminded me of like little kids that are playing the playground and be like, I shoot you, like, oh, I block it. And like, it was totally like that
Yes,
kind of
it was
energy.
so-
Where
yeah.
it's like,
Yes.
no, shield. Like totally that kind of
when
energy.
I've got
Whenever
1,000
anyone
guys. Well, I've got
asks me-
10,000 guys.
Yeah, exactly.
None of my family play tabletop RPGs, and when I try and tell them, well, what do you play? It's like, you remember when you're a kid and you played pretend fighting?
Yeah.
This is that, but they have rules so that way one kid can't decide I'm invincible.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Easiest way to explain it.
Now your DM can decide that someone's
Yes.
invincible, but all right,
Being
let's pick
the
some
father
winners.
of 3 sons, it becomes all the time, oh no, you can't do that because I have this shield.
Oh my god, that's
Yep.
hilarious. There it is. All right, here we go. So for Domestic Magic, a
Yeah.
fabulous book from Realm Warp Media, Baron
Congratulations.
Dragonborn, who just joined our server. Yay!
Woo.
So huzzah, Baron Dragonborn, you have won a delightful thing. I will send you a code a little bit later, good sir.
Shit.
Next, we have got, if my computer wants to do a thing where it lets me do things, the Mythic Dice set from D&D Beyond is for Jonas Lay S. Yay! And I will send you that code soon. And now let's see who gets the clickety-clack little bones. Who gets it? Who gets it? Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be? I actually put in a thing so like to like up the numbers. The thing.
What
so
did you
we'll
do,
pick that
Cam?
one again? We'll pick that again. Blizzard Gaming, you win fabulous dice from Phoenix Dice,
Yay.
and I will connect you with them shortly. If any of you are in chat right now, please just send me a whisper and I will let you know how to get things going. All right. Thank you
Oh,
again,
man.
everybody. This journey was amazing. And please join us tomorrow. Join us tomorrow when we are going to be doing our watch party for
Oh.
the Wheel of
It's gonna
be
Time. Yay. My favorite thing is that we are actually going to be making little snacks. Check out our Twitter feed for our green Ajah guac. I thought it would be a fabulous way to connect over long distances. Everybody can have the same snacks, which is going to be delightful. So I will see you all there as we raid into. Well, let me see if anybody in the stream team is up, because we are part of the Rolling Together stream team, which is fabulous, and I love them. And it looks like they are not, sadly, of a Thursday. So we shall raid D&D Beyond because we love them, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
brain would explode without them. So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, D&D Beyond,
fabulous. I love it. Now, here we
Oh, yeah.
go. Remember, when you go to raid
called?
with Flatered Allies, let them know
Guacamole?
what we're bringing to the potluck. I'm bringing some green Ajah guac. I sure am. That's what I'm doing. It's going to be exciting. So,
I'm bringing
yay.
my arm.
Yeah, some Victoria wings.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring some sky spears.
Oh my God. Yes, you are. Mwah! Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
We will see you
everyone. Take
soon.
care.
See ya.
Here we go.